Imagine this hypothetical. If nukes were developed by a private company and not the government, and then that private company sought to dictate terms to the US military about how and when the nukes could be used, the US would be in a position to destroy that company or take over control. Essentially, there are some technologies that are so fundamentally powerful, that are so fundamentally related to a government's ability to dictate power in the world, that they cannot be in control by a private entity.
This is low-key the plot of Civil War, the Marvel movie. This is low-key.
That was the most Zoomer shit you could have said in that moment of all time.
I know.
Discussion's done.
Feel free to kick me off the pod. Feel free to kick me up.
Feel free to kill me.
Lock me up because my fucking Zoomer mind can only contextualize things through Marvel movies.
Who are you rooting for in Civil War?
I think the Strait of Hormuz reminds me of iCarly in a way.
It's like when Freddie was thinking about leaving the show. Ideally, the goal of government would to have the trust of the society to be able to make that decision. That's like the ideal scenario.
You know, there's many people in the right-wing tech, for example, Palmer Luckey, we don't need to get into his argument, who are basically just saying that over and over. The government, the military should be the one to decide it. And that is one of the key points that Sam Altman keeps coming back to as he is doing damage control right now. Like on these Twitter AMAs, he keeps saying, I just firmly believe that the democratically elected military should have primary say of how this stuff should be used and not a private tech CEO. And I think you're right that it is different in the time where we see the laws being bent repeatedly by a government that we've lost trust in.
We're talking specifically about, like, if this was more nebulous, everyone involved is so specific about what red lines we're talking about. So it's just tough to make the case that, like, they need the capability for domestic surveillance or autonomous weapons.
I mean, that's why it just keeps going up to the philosophical ones.
Yeah, the philosophical ones, like they've used an example multiple times in these groups where they're like, what if there's a missile coming at America and we need to decide quickly and we're gonna have to get approval from a CEO of a tech company before the military does something? But like Dario and Atrioc have come out and said, first of all, for anything related to that, we are everything. We're 100% green light.
That's not what
that's not our red line, and we would never get in our way, and we'd give full access. And it's when you try to expand it, it seems like you're trying to obfuscate.